Hey, this is Granison Shines, Chief Marketing Officer here at Direct Business Marketing, continuing our video series on scenario-based nurture automation. At the end of the day, we want you to close more deals. So that's why we're doing this. We're explaining to you our process on how we institute scenario-based nurture automation within organizations that we work with. Even more specifically right now, we're really focusing on the real estate industry because we've asked questions and we've gotten answers back saying, hey, we really, for lack of a better phrase, we kind of suck in this area right here in the sales and follow-up process. And so I will be scheduling a webinar here pretty soon because I spoke to one of our JV partners. He's like, hey, can you guys do this video webinar for my clients? And I said, absolutely, we'll make sure that we do that. We'll get that on the books. And so I'll let you guys know the date on that so you can join in also. But we're focusing right here at the process level. And this whole system utilizes people, of course, your internal people and external clients, processes, which we're talking about the scenario-based nurture automation, and then systems, how we're going to implement that inside of a system. So when you have your process, there are a lot of processes through the high-level processes, but the one we're talking about more specifically is going to be a human to system level process, okay? So the sales process, follow-up process is where we're focusing on one of the client interfacing processes because it's such an important deal. Now, scenario-based nurture automation, we'll talk about how we're going to utilize the CRM software and scenarios. It's important that you have one of these because a lot of these tasks and a lot of these emails and texts and everything can be instituted automatically, and that will make you more efficient. And efficiency, time is money. When we talk about processes and or business processes, when we say time is money, you can cut down and be more efficient, more streamlined, more optimized. You can be more profitable. And there are certain ways that we measure that. So in this phase now, phase number 5, stage 2 implementation, here's what we do, the action item development, okay? Here we analyze each item's outline and write the specific content, the script, or the language that will be necessary to execute this particular action item. Unlike the prior phases, here we are going to finalize the messaging for each item in the outline. Okay, some items may say task and it just remind you to do something, but each one you'll know the process, and we'll create cheat sheets and all this other kind of good stuff to make sure that you know where they are in the process, so you know exactly what to do or exactly what to say. But again, if you have a CRM, it will be automated. But more specifically, the messaging, the tone, the verbiage, how many words you're going to use because of a system like a tweet, or how many words you're going to use because of a text, or the whole email, the script, or whatever it may be, the landing page. Here is where we write out each and every item specifically with that message. And this is where the rubber meets the road in the process, because now here we're actually going to test it also. So this is one of the items that we have here. We're going to test it in the real world work environment. Now we have this new process. We have identified, we mapped, we did the workflow development, we did the action item outline, we're writing the specifics. Now we're going to actually test it out in the marketplace. So we're going to pick a client base or client type, and we're going to test it out there to see if it really works, to make sure if it needs any more refining during the process before final launch within the organization. So action item development, making sure we have the tone of the message, make sure we have the exact verbiage, make sure we start to plug it into the system and everything else, and test it. That's important in this phase, all right? Here is my contact information. Feel free to call me and ask me anything you need to. If you don't really understand part of this process, I'd be more than happy to talk with you about it. Thank you very much. Bye.